Honestly, I think we showed growth. We could have folded, we could have laid down, and we could have just like, hey, that's game. But I think we showed that hey, we can battle. We went on a run. They went on a run. They're a great team. They can shoot the ball really well. But I think I like the way we battled. We never let down.
Sarah, big night for you shooting the ball. I saw you on a celebration go like that, saying like it's time. Do you think you were just kind of feeling it at any specific point in that game, and then knowing that you were the person to lead the charge?
I struggled in the first half, but I never was like, "Hey, I'm gonna stop shooting the ball." I think my teammates they were like, "Keep shooting," because every shot I took, I honestly felt like it was going in. But when I was like, "It's that time," like just to get the crowd involved, like we went on a run and it was that time.
Talking about the crowd, was that they were pretty loud when
hmm
you guys were making those runs. What were they like today?
I don't think they understand. We need them. We need them every night, not just tonight or today. We need them every night. That makes a big difference between a 2 point game and a 1 point game. We need them no matter what.
You had probably your best game. Just you looked like you were very aggressive, taking it to the basket and stuff. Is that the kind of mindset you need to have, going forward?
Definitely, I know I have to grow in some areas, but I think just continuing to grow and bringing that energy because that's what we need. Yes, definitely trying to bring it to every game because that's just we thrive off energy, and like Say said, like we need the fans, but our energy definitely helps us a lot.
I know you weren't always on her one-on-one, but how difficult was Diamond to cover with the little up and unders and all the game that she has?
Honestly, I mean, I do. I'm a defender, so I wouldn't say just hard. I mean, it was a challenge because she did have that up and under, but just knowing to be disciplined on what she's gonna do and executing on that and staying focused on that, that was just the biggest thing that night.
Bucks, did you feel like this game kind of serves as a good intro for you of what really competitive college basketball is going to be?
I do, and from here forward, I know taking every game, they're gonna get harder, but just taking that same energy, especially for me, because I feel like I haven't shown it just yet. But just take this energy from tonight, build on it for future games.
Yes, Sarah. In terms of building off this, and as you guys go to Florida, you mentioned y'all grew tonight. I mean,
hmm
where do you need to continue to grow?
Honestly, looking at the stats, I think the difference in the game was 13 for 16 from the free throw line and 12 for 22 from the free throw line. And I think the other difference was they knocked down open threes. So I think we gotta, get in the gym a little more and knock down threes, open threes, and free throws. So I really think that was the difference right now. I think that's where we're struggling at. Honestly, is open threes. I think if we knock down shots, everything else becomes easier.
Sarah, particularly there late when you missed the first two on the three. How difficult was that, knowing that you could have gotten back within three right there?
I'm like, hey, but I'm a shooter. I'm like, it came off good. Whatever when I let it go, it's his job to go in, and I was like, I'm gonna keep shooting. If it comes back, I'll shoot it again. I never once hung my head after any shot because at the end of the day, I know that I'm gonna go off on any given night.
For either of y'all, how nice is it to have Caitlin back? I mean, she brings something to.
Personally, I feel like it's good because she's a leader. So, and as a freshman, there's a lot of things that are new. But just on the court, her presence being there, and if we do mess up, her encouraging us or hey, take this, she's talking to us, and I think as a team we need that because you just need it if you mixed up or whatever. But just having that voice, we definitely need her, and I'm happy she's back.
To feed off of that, honestly, I think if we get Kate a game before this or 2 games before this, she's back in rhythm. Honestly, I think that's what it was too. She was out of rhythm. So I think you give us Kate back a game or two before this, we're a completely different team.
Talking about for either of you, talking about the rebound battle, a couple of late offensive rebounds from Maryland. Were you guys kind of struggling on the boards? What was going on there?
We knew that they were gonna be bigger than us. When it came to that 1, 2, 3 spot, they're bigger than us. So I mean, we knew we had to box out, and those were just one of them things where we're like, hey, we grow from there. We're not gonna hang our heads. We know next time when the ball, we gotta battle. We gotta battle on that part. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean when you look at that box score, we won 3 of the quarters. We just didn't win the second quarter. Um, And when you shoot 4 for 21 in a quarter, um, I was proud of our resiliency getting back in the game. Like I think the stat that stands out the most to me outside of the missed free throws, and yes, before anyone asks, we work on free throws. The Post had to shoot an extra like 200 per week. Now I need the guards to do the same apparently. Um, we were plus 14 with Caitlin Bickle on the floor. Those were 20 good minutes. Like we were a different team with her on the floor. She makes simple plays. She doesn't rush. The layups that Bugs missed early in the game, and Caitlin makes those. She just takes her time. She's not worried about getting blocked, and it's not because she jumps higher or she's played longer, and she's played in these games. I mean, even though she didn't start last year, she played the majority of the minutes against Maryland a year ago on the road. So I thought that our bench has been really good for us this year. They struggled. We struggled off the bench today, even taking care of the basketball. And it was a game. We just didn't feel like we could play our centers. We just didn't feel like they had any matchup. If they'd have gone to Reynolds, I would have brought one of our posts in, depending on time, score, and situation. And so that obviously shrunk our bench. And, it's easy to look back and say I played, Jamie 34 minutes and she didn't make a shot until a little short jumper in the fourth quarter. And, she just couldn't have been more open on most of her shots. And yes, she shot every day between the last game and today. And I know because I was the one in the gym with her. So, she's got to see the ball go through the basket. Have a smooth delivery. She's too good of a shooter to go 0 for 6 on wide open threes.
I took a ton of shots from the left corner. What did you like about that set and that look against Maryland?
They were in a 1-2-2 half-court zone. And that means their posts have to cover corner to corner. And because we had someone floating in the middle, they were pretty regularly late. I don't know if how much people study analytics, but like even big guys in the NBA have gotten to the point where you got to be able to make the corner three because it's the shortest, highest value shot in basketball. From the breakdown, it's a shorter shot and you get more return on it. So you need to be good. You need to be good in the corners. Bella has made shots out of the corner before. I know Jaden stuck one out of the corner, but that's where they're vulnerable, when they have their posts covering the blocks and the corners. And so when you get them stretched, those are usually that inside out easy shot. And so, whether you've run in a baseline runner against a 1-2-2 or you just start them there, I thought we did a really good job of stretching them out. And you saw when they went zone and we had Caitlin in the middle, it was just a dang playground out there. She could get anything she wanted in the lane. And if they help, she could kick it out and we could hit shots. So it's not a complicated game when you make shots, but you got to make shots and free throws.
What makes Diamond Miller so good?
She plays downhill all the time. She has a step through. I thought she got away with a couple travels today, on the spins, but she's long and she plays under your armpits. And when she's got the angle on you, is if you overextend to cut her off, she steps through, she spins off you, and she draws fouls. Obviously we fouled a couple times at the end purposefully, but she just gets into your body and throws it up at times. This isn't unusual for her to shoot 10 foul shots. I think she had one game where she shot 14. And she shoots 90% from the line. So the fact that she missed a couple, but they were -1 when she was on the floor. So, that 5 minutes, we were okay. We just didn't make shots.
Mickey, you schedule games like this for a reason. What are you hoping that, especially some of the young girls like Bella and Bugs, learn from this about what it means to play in those big-time college basketball games?
You can't take possessions off. Doesn't matter if you're tired. I ask them. It's funny. I ask them in the circle. This was bomb. This bombed. It was a great idea, but it didn't work. I asked him before shoot around today. I said, "Bugs, why'd you come here?" And it was so sweet. She said, "'Cause of the people." And it was kind of like, "Hey, Kate, why'd you come here? To win? Okay, great." I think part of why you come to Baylor is to play on stages like this because we do schedule games like this, and you do have opportunity. And you know what I know about Bugs is no matter who we play, she's going to show up and compete. I don't worry. And I thought in the second half she defended at a different level. She scored at a different level. She was just better. She was just better. But I think they have to understand that you have to show up and communicate on every possession. And because the possession you take off is a possession you give up a three. When you're late switching the ball screen, Diamond hits a three behind the screen. When you're late switching a ball screen, Pinzon hits a three. And that happened to Bella on multiple possessions where, if you're not at the level of the screen and you aren't engaged knowing who it is that I'm switching on to, it can be the difference between winning and losing. And it's not that I don't think she wants to bring effort. It's just when you're tired, you got to stay engaged. There are no excuses in games like this. There just aren't excuses. So, it's a moment to get better. It's a moment to get better. You can't let missed shots affect your defense. You can't let your defense affect your ability to take and make open shots. You got to have a mental toughness in games like today to make plays when they matter.
Coach, it seemed like Sarah kind of showed some of that mental toughness after having kind of a rough first half. She really bounced
Rough.
back in the second half.
I'm sure she said abysmal. Okay, go ahead.
She said she's going to shoot it no matter what. The ball's just got to do its own job. What kind of impact did she make today, especially in that second half?
She was the Sarah I've been talking about since the day I got here. And I still think she can be better. I have incredibly high expectations for what she's capable of doing. And I thought there were people who she missed at times, a little bit over dribbling, like searching for her own shot. And maybe I'm crazy. I truly believe like Jamie's gonna make an open shot, and one turns into two, and two turns into three. And so I thought there were times when she missed her. But she has to be somebody who isn't afraid to do whatever the team needs in that moment. And that may mean a game that she scores 8 points and dishes out 11 assists. And it may mean her getting 30. And I just felt like, she missed a couple shots early and was frustrated. But I just, when she saw the first one go through the basket to start the third and got a steal, and that's the most aggressive I've seen her on defense. And, she has to make plays for us. She's the best combination of size, strength, shooting ability, can make a mid-range shot, can attack and make the pass. So just kind of proud, especially she had one practice, between the last game because of her ankle. She tried to go the first day. She tried warm-ups and couldn't go. And then the second day, we held her in the half court. And then yesterday when we really backed off, then she went up and down a little bit. So I thought she was a little rusty.
Nikki, looking ahead to next weekend, have you guys had a chance to do much scouting on that trip?
I watch basketball nonstop. I got a Flow Hoops subscription and was watching Tennessee this morning. I was watching Louisville last night. We're always watching. I haven't dialed in the St. Louis scouting reports on my desk, so I'll certainly start, officially watching them. But I've certainly watched Belmont play a couple games. You know, if they're our second round opponent, I haven't caught Villanova yet, but Maddie Siegrist is lighting the world on fire right now. So that's going to be a difficult second round matchup regardless. South Florida's been winning. Georgia Tech's been winning. I don't know what they did against Georgia today. You know, but and Michigan, you know, they've been winning. So, you know, what you see in that setting is how quickly do they every coach feels good until you don't about 3-day prep. You know, like we had 3 days to prepare for Maryland. So you feel like you have opportunity to really drill their stuff. And I don't think they beat us bad on any of their stuff. Like I thought we guarded their actions really, really well. You know, players make plays, and Diamond made a lot of plays today. I thought they got some key offensive rebounds late. But you see in a tournament setting where you kind of can prepare for one game and then you're guessing after that. It's not like if we beat St. Louis, I have any idea who we're going to play, because Belmont and Villanova are both really, really good. And so because of that, you know, Belmont took Louisville to the wire in a game and had the game won. And so, you know, you just can't guess. So it's hard to then, like, say, okay, this week we're not going to just work on St. Louis. We're going to work on, you know, who we are guessing that our next opponent is going to be. So we'll just have to handle quick turnaround and keep it simple.
When you watch all these other, especially top-tier teams play, what do you feel like you see from your team that you need to do to be in that conversation, to be in that group come the end of the year?
Make free throws, make open threes when we're unguarded. You know, I thought we had – I thought we took 2 bad threes in the first half, and we were 1 for 17. 2. I thought Buggs stepping out and taking – I thought they baited her into the shot at the top of the key. I thought Katarina on one pass shot. You know, I didn't think that one was a good one, but I thought we had a lot of good shots. You know, Maryland was making step-back threes behind screens, and we couldn't make unguarded threes from kids that have been 40% three-point shooters in their career. I'm sure people are like, why are they shooting it? But if you don't know why Jamie at shooting 40% a year ago, or Sarah shooting 40% a year ago is shooting wide-open threes, then you can't win basketball games. You know, so, you know, and I think if you make open shots, then you set your defense. They're not playing in transition all the time, and then you take away Maryland's strengths, you know. We're taking care of the basketball. That team turns people over. We had 10 turnovers, a couple untimely ones, but, you know, we're taking care of the basketball, and that's always going to be a staple of one of my teams, just always will be. You see teams win and turn the ball over 25 times. I'd lose my mind if we turned it over 25 times and threw away 25 opportunities to get a shot at the basket. So I think we've got some things right. You know, I think we're willing to share the basketball. You know, I mean, when you put those into perspective that they turn it over 19 times, you know, until the end, we were even with them on the boards, and we turned them over a significant amount more. So then it comes down to how are you creating extra possessions? There's not as many defensive rebounds if you're getting turnovers. So, you know, I just thought we gave up way too many offensive rebounds late in the game. You're welcome.